The New York hush money trial of former President Donald Trump has heard from the prosecution's star witness. Adult film actress Stormy Daniels has given evidence about an alleged sexual liaison she had with Donald Trump in 2006 and how she negotiated a payment to cover it up. Emily Gromens joins us now from Washington. Emily, good morning to you. So what did Stormy Daniels say about all this?
Well, Stormy Daniels' evidence was quite detailed and at times quite lurid. She described meeting Donald Trump at an event at Lake Tahoe in 2006. She said she was 27 at the time, and Mr. Trump, she said at the time, was old enough to be her father. She said her father at that time was 60 years old. She said that she was invited to dinner with Mr. Trump via his bodyguard, and when she went to his hotel suite, he greeted her at the door wearing satin pajamas, though she said he did change into dress pants and a shirt after she made a joke about Hugh Hefner. Her evidence was that they then talked for a few hours. She asked him about his then new wife, Melania, and their newly born son, Barron. She also said that he told her at one point that she reminded him of his daughter because she was also blonde, beautiful, smart, and likely to be underestimated. Ms. Daniels said that because she'd been drinking quite a lot of water as they'd been talking over a couple of hours, she went to the bathroom, and when she came out, Mr. Trump was standing and blocking the exit from the room. She's described starting to have a feeling that she'd misread the situation. She said she felt physically almost like she'd stood up too quickly. And then she gave evidence that the two of them had sex, which Mr. Trump has always denied. Ms. Daniels' evidence went on to say that she kept in touch with Mr. Trump for a couple of years after that. He used to call her regularly, she said, and it became a little bit of a running joke. She would put him on speakerphone for the people that she was with. There was this prospect that maybe she would be cast on a season of Celebrity Apprentice, but then they lost touch over the years. She moved to Texas and started her own family. And around the time of the 2016 US presidential campaign, the first time Mr. Trump was running for president, Ms. Daniels started to feel that she did actually want the story out there. But she gave evidence that she eventually negotiated a payment of 130,000 US dollars, about 200,000 Australian dollars in today's money, to keep that story to herself, to effectively stay silent.
Yeah, and as you say, pretty lurid information, and a lot of it that we have heard before, and that meant that the defence was pretty concerned that it had gone that far because she'd been told about the boundaries, hadn't she, about what she was able to say.
Well, actually, during Ms. Daniels' evidence, the judge, Warren Moshan, pulled her up a couple of times and said, you're giving too much detail, you need to give a simpler, more straight-to-the-point answer. He also reprimanded the prosecution for soliciting too much detail from Ms. Daniels. And when the court broke for lunch and Mr. Trump's defence team came back after that break, they put it to the the judge that this was actually grounds for a mistrial because they said Ms. Daniels' evidence overstepped the mark, that some of it was designed purely to embarrass Mr. Trump and didn't have anything to do with the actual substance of the allegations in this case, which are about falsifying business records in order to cover up those hush money payments, so as the prosecution says, so as not to damage Mr. Trump's chances in the 2016 election. Now, the judge listened to this argument. He said that he wasn't going to declare a mistrial and the remedy could come through cross-examination by Mr. Trump's lawyers, which has now begun. And his lawyers are questioning Ms. Daniels' account of things. They've asked her if she's embellished some of these details. They've put it to her that this story has made her a lot of money. And Ms. Daniels countered to that it's also cost her a lot of money, Lisa.
Emily, we'll stay across it all. Thank you.